Assalamualaikum, I am Nur Shafika binti Zulkifli and I will present my FYP report titled Enhancing Sustainable Clothing Purchase Intention via Social Media Influence. Firstly, in the background of the study, it is found that the rapid changes in fashion industry have cost of consumption and produces wasteful waste in such a way that deteriorating the environment. Therefore, fashion companies starting to produce more sustainable clothing in the more socially, economically, and environmentally sustainable manners. Thereby, social media play a role in molding consumer views, affecting attitudes and buying choices. Social media platforms could indeed encourage and sustain environmental conduct with a collaboration from social media influencers that could very well affect the views of customers towards sustainable clothing. Thus, the influence from social media provides the company's sustainability initiatives by spreading information about sustainable development, legislation, and progress to the viewers. Next, there are a few problem statements found for this study. Firstly, sustainable clothing is quite expensive, as it can be seen that the material for quality clothing most certainly are not cheap, and it involves a great deal amount of money because the production of high quality clothing requires natural resources. According to Harris, Robbie and Deep 2016, consumers emphasize their refusal to pay for sustainable, ethical or choices, and purchases are compensated on the basis of choosing the cheapest, not the most sustainable or ethical option. Secondly, the limited supply chain. According to Moon 2015, sustainable clothing is the supply chain sources whereby sustainable clothing products on the market at the retail level cannot be easily found. Thus, the small quantity of sustainable clothing brand creates difficulty and inconvenience for people to purchase a product within close range. Thirdly, Moon 2050 found that a lot of fashion designers are unable to create and design sustainable fashion, as the restricted availability of sustainable materials might limit the choice of suitable textiles or accessories for the designers, which causes people to perceive that sustainable clothing is unappealing, unfashionable, or unsuitable for the demands, personality, or self-image of customers. Lastly, insufficient information on sustainable clothes. Consumers are frequently unaware of the negative effects of fashion production and the need of purchasing sustainable clothing. Therefore, Connell 2010 stated that the misconceptions regarding the environmental effect of fashion production are also a barrier, since customers have the false impression about sustainable fashion and base their decisions on incorrect information. Moving on to research question and research objective. For research objective, what is the relationship between consumer buying behavior, third-party endorsement, and brand marketing mix on sustainable clothing purchase intention? Then, for research objective, is to identify the relationship between consumer buying behavior, third-party endorsement, and brand marketing mix on sustainable clothing purchase intention. In Chapter 2, Literature Review, I'll be talking about past research. Researcher. In this study, the dependent variable is sustainable clothing purchase intention. A study by Garnack and others 2019 showed that consumers seek fit and comfort in athleisure and products and would expect it if they paid more for sustainable synthetic athleisure. Consumers have said that they are prepared to spend a greater price for these items if the quality is comparable to other companies' product. There are three independent variables in this study. The first one is consumer buying behavior, where a study by Yu and others 2020 found that consumer involvement in choosing a green product, according to the studies, is based on people's increased environmental consciousness, as they know that their purchasing behavior has an impact on environmental concerns and protection. The second independent variable is third-party endorsement. According to Legend and Major 2021, sustainable clothing purchase intention can be expanded if there is more awareness of environmentally friendly clothing and societal norms that are created by third-party endorsement. The last one, independent variable, is brand marketing mix. According to ULLC 2016, when talking about sustainable clothing, most companies are using green marketing mix as their strategies to capture people's attention, especially for consumers who have become more environmentally concerned and seek ecologically friendly and sustainable products and services. This research adopted a correlational research designed to analyze the relationship between two variables, namely dependent and independent variables. The dependent variable of this study was sustainable clothing purchase intention, and the independent variable was consumer buying behavior, third-party endorsement, and brand marketing mix. Correlation type of research was used to measure and identify accurately how social media influence will contribute to sustainable clothing purchase intention. Next, for population in this study is from students of International Islamic University Malaysia IIUM, and it covered 4 campuses which are from Gombak, Kuala Lumpur, Kuantan and Pagoh. Next, sampling technique. This study used convenience sampling. Convenience sampling is a type of non-probability sampling in which individuals of the targeted population meet specific practical requirements such as ease of access, proximity to a research study, or willingness to participate in a research study. For sample size, based on the formula by Tabachnik and Fiddle 2013 used for this study. Hence, the sample size of this research would be 74, but the sample is rounded up to 80 to ease the data analysis. Next, for instrument, set of questionnaires were adopted and adapted from Evelyn and Christie 2021, Linders and Biledo 2019, Mahmoud and others 2017, and Lu and Tiger 2017 were utilized, which include with a cover letter and approvals from lecturer and research advisors. The questionnaire consists of 5 sections. Lastly, for data collection, the questionnaire were developed and formulated on Google Forms. To collect the required data, the questionnaire were distributed via an online application called WhatsApp. The questionnaire was subsequently distributed to a number of WhatsApp groups, which included students from all levels and courses at IIUM Pagoh, Kuantan, Kuala Lumpur and Gombak. In Chapter 4, I will be discussing on findings and the discussion. The findings for this study is there is a positive relationship between consumer buying behavior and sustainable clothing purchase intention. However, it is not supported. It is because consumer buying behavior may have relationship with brand trust. This can be supported by a research done by Pribadi and others 2019, stated that the combination of brand personality and brand experience creates brand trust. When a customer's personality fits the brand, they feel emotionally linked and their good experience with the brand improves. In this approach, a favorable experience increases brand credibility while also increasing a customer's sense of security and likability. As a result, brand trust contributes to increase the brand attachment, commitment, and loyalty, which resulted in consumer buying behavior. Next, there is a positive relationship between third-party endorsement and sustainable clothing purchase intention. However, it is not supported. It is because third-party endorsement may have a relationship with brand image. According to Hesher and Lindrich 2015, found that a customer's positive judgment of brand attributes is kept in the customer's memory as a brand image. Gupta Kishore and Verma 2015 supported with an influencer's competence and trustworthiness have a significant impact on the efficacy of an advertising. Therefore, customers may regard third-party endorsement is the representation of the brand and convincing since they have expertise on the product. The last one is there is a positive relationship between brand marketing mix and sustainable clothing purchase intention, and it is supported. It is because brand marketing mix may have relationship with brand awareness. According to Wargrove 2019, using brand marketing mix to maximizing social media presence by increasing more promotion and participate collaboration with well-known brands could help improve the brand awareness. When brand awareness is created through brand marketing mix, they both have a vital role in encouraging repeat purchase behavior from customers. Chapter 5, Conclusion and Suggestion. For conclusion, based on Chapter 1 to 4, the study concludes consumers' clothes purchase intention must be changed to one that is more environmentally friendly. However, people find that difficult because it is expensive, limited in supply chain, limited sources and idea, and insufficient information on sustainable clothes are the reason why it is difficult and inconvenient for consumer to be attracted to purchase the items. Owing to this, the study has been conducted among IIUM students. to investigate the sustainable clothing purchase intention via social media influence. A total of 84 students were involved as the research respondents. This study utilized a quantitative research analysis which adopted a convenient sampling technique in acquiring the data. A set of questionnaires were adapted and adopted that consists of 38 questions. The finding proposed that out of 3 hypotheses, only brand marketing mix is supported and the other 2, third-party endorsement and consumer buying behavior, is not supported. Next, as for suggestions for future study, the first one, future research could conduct a qualitative research pertaining to sustainable clothing purchase intention. Researchers might acquire greater insights and explanation about the respondents' behavior by performing qualitative research. Second, conduct an interview with the respondents as the instruments of the research. Researcher can then conduct a more in-depth interview with respondents to learn more about their behavior and analyze the factors in greater depth. The last one, larger the sample size. Future researchers who want to do comparable study in the same setting and on the same issue might collect data from a larger sample size. That is all for this study. Thank you so much for your time.